So, g'day, welcome to Trebons. So we're out for our morning walk. This is the Kumara litter. They are 7 weeks of age today, and this is their big week. This is the puppy test, tipping and everything else. And we've come somewhere different for the walk. As I said before, last week, 6 weeks we start taking the puppies out, and we start off very close to home. This is about 20 k's from home, so they're getting used to being in the car. They've just been fed as well, so no spewing, and that's a good sign. It means we're not overly nervous about being in the car. They cope with it very well. They like going out for their walks. They expect it now. And you know, suddenly your workload's doubled from 6 weeks onwards. The puppies start getting really active. They're little dogs now. They really are. Whereas before, when you're working with the puppies at 4 or 5 weeks, 15-20 minutes, they're off to sleep. Now they're just on ever-ready batteries, so just don't stop. And it's not a case of I want to be playing with them all the time, keep that excitement level up all the time. I want them to be able to handle the environment, going out. And this is part of the routine you'll be doing. It's about 8:30 in the morning, I think. We've walked the adults, and these guys, as I said, they've been fed, and now once they get fed, they go out for their morning walk, just as you would do when you get your puppy and take it home. It's about establishing that routine and really strengthening it so the puppy knows what to expect, and part and parcel of it, and learn how to behave in the car, and go. Good guys, yeah. And now, I think on average the morning walk takes roughly 3/4 of an hour. It's nothing strenuous, so it's just about getting the puppies moving. We're losing that puppy fat, as you can see now, and that fat is turning into muscle. We move well, and whilst you know, it's always good to, you know, on photos the big fat puppies and everything else look cute and everything else, but you really need to get that musculation going though. And the quicker that happens, then the quicker the boning, protection of the bones and everything else, and good healthy movement is what it's all about. And you know, it's just treating them like ordinary dogs now. They've got their routines and to behave reasonably well when they're out, which they seem to be doing. And down here, the evening walk's better because there's more people about. There's a couple of people up there, as you can see. I don't know if you can see the cars. But they're probably out walking their dogs as well. So it's a bit early, being Christmas and that, people being up. The evening walk here is a lot better. You do meet people, cyclists, runners, etc, etc. So see how quick they come back. Go. Aye. 2 of you, is that all I get? Is only 2? Go. Hello, little Dolly. And this is a spitting image of the grandmother. Hello, big fella. So that's the female. The other female? Yes. That's the dolly, the 2 females together. One of the males, another male, and then there's the big fella there. Still got a little bit of fat to lose, I reckon. So what I'll do is probably put a few clips together. So we've come to the end of the walk now, and for 15 minutes or so, it's just I'll sit down and have a smoke. And the puppies can just play around, do whatever they want to do, and it's just observing the puppies. As I say, it's about just getting used to things and being able to handle being out in a calm manner, you know what I mean? And the only way they can do that is by getting out. And we do start young at 6 weeks, but they're ready for it. and it's something we've always done. As I say, it's nice to have big fat puppies, but you also want to convert that fat into muscle now, and see how they're moving and everything else. And that's what it's all about. We do family pets, but we're also looking for show dogs as well. And it's about assessing that movement. You can't assess a fat puppy as such. You need a bit of musculation on it to be able to see the movement, the way they're moving and everything else, you know. So we do things slightly different to other kennels, I guess, in that respect. And that's why we do it on video, to show you what we're doing and our philosophy behind it all.